Galamsey. The word itself evokes images of a hidden illicit world. In Ghana, it signifies a crisis, the illegal mining of gold, often at a devastating cost. This practice, fueled by poverty and desperation, casts a long shadow over the nation. Its consequences reach far beyond the muddy pits and scarred landscapes. It pollutes rivers, destroys ecosystems, and jeopardizes the health and livelihoods of millions. The allure of gold, a symbol of wealth and prosperity, has long drawn people to Ghana. For centuries, mining has been a part of the nation's history. However, the unregulated and often dangerous practices of Galamsey threaten to unravel the very fabric of this nation. It's a crisis that demands our attention, understanding, and ultimately our action. Ghana's rivers, once teeming with life and sources of sustenance, are now bearing the brunt of the Galamsey crisis. Rivers like the Pra, Ankabra, and Birim, vital arteries flowing through the heart of the nation, are being slowly poisoned. The indiscriminate use of mercury and other toxic chemicals in the gold extraction process. These toxic substances, carelessly discharged into the water, contaminate the very lifeblood of the ecosystem. Fish, once plentiful, are dying or becoming unsafe for consumption. Communities that rely on these rivers for drinking water, fishing, and irrigation face a stark reality. Their lifeline is under threat. The once pristine waters reflecting the blue sky now carry a toxic burden, a grim reminder of the environmental havoc wreaked by Galamsey. The environmental degradation is just one facet of the Galamsey crisis. The health of miners and communities living near these sites is under constant assault. Mercury, used to extract gold, is a potent neurotoxin. Exposure to even small amounts can have devastating consequences, particularly for children and pregnant women. The air, thick with dust from digging and the fumes from processing the ore, poses serious respiratory risks. Miners, often working without any protective gear, inhale dangerous particles, leading to long-term lung damage and respiratory illnesses. The lack of sanitation and access to clean water further exacerbates the health risks, creating a breeding ground for diseases. The impact of Galamsey stretches far beyond the immediate vicinity of the mines. Deforestation, a direct consequence of clearing land for mining, leads to soil erosion, loss of biodiversity, and disrupts the delicate balance of the ecosystem. The once lush forests, teeming with life, are reduced to barren wastelands, stripped of their ability to support life. The destruction of agricultural land further compounds the problem. Farmers, their livelihoods dependent on the land, are left with infertile soil, incapable of sustaining crops. The economic consequences are dire, pushing communities further into poverty and dependence on the very activity that threatens their future. The true cost of Galamsey is measured not just in environmental damage but in shattered lives and broken dreams. The allure of quick money draws many, including children, into this dangerous trade. Child labor, a grim reality in many Galamsey operations, robs young lives of education and a brighter future. The social fabric of communities is torn apart. Crime rates rise as desperation takes hold. The promise of wealth often turns to dust, leaving behind a legacy of exploitation and despair. The human cost of Galamsey is a stark reminder of the complex interplay of poverty, desperation, and the insatiable hunger for quick riches. The Galamsey crisis is a complex issue with no easy solutions. However, it is not insurmountable. Addressing this crisis demands a multifaceted approach, one that tackles the root causes while offering sustainable alternatives. Education and public awareness are crucial. Communities need to understand the long-term consequences of Galamsey and the importance of protecting their environment. Government intervention is critical. Enforcing existing laws, strengthening regulations, and investing in sustainable mining practices are essential steps. Providing alternative livelihood opportunities for those dependent on Galamsey is crucial to break the cycle of poverty and dependence.